Hello. Surprise. You didn't think you'd see me on here on a Sunday night, did you? But I decided to get on here. And since I couldn't go to church today, because I don't want to make nobody sick, I'm going to give it another week before I go back to church. So next Sunday I should be good for sure. But I just wanted to hop on here and see what everybody's doing tonight. Wait a minute, let's see if we get a few people on here, okay? It's here. Hope everybody had a great Sunday. I'm going to do a little bit of Bible studying tonight. If y'all want to? I'm going to wait just a few minutes and see if anybody wants to hop on. I know there's a lot going to church, but the ones that didn't get to go to church for some reason or another, hey, we can get on here and just discuss the Bible. How about that? I got on here yesterday and it was awesome. It was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, just give me a few minutes here and then let's see if any people. I invited people, but I didn't want to go, with a live video. I mean, where everybody, it calls them up and they call me back and try to join. I don't know anything about all that, so I'm trying to stay away from that. So we're going to just try to do it this way, and maybe somebody will know that we're live. If they don't know it, maybe you could let them know so we can get started. I just wanted to get on here and just, this is my first Sunday getting on here, y'all. I wasn't going to do Sundays because I go to church, but since I'm not able to go to church this week, so hey, we can get on here and do this, right? I'm excited, y'all. Let me just video just a little bit. There we go. Everybody having a great day? Everybody had a wonderful day, I hope. What did I do today? I didn't do a whole lot today. I didn't go anywhere. No, I didn't go anywhere today. Went to the mall last night. Walked around. I didn't buy anything. Cindy did, but I didn't buy anything. Except my supper. Applebee's. Okay. We will get started here in just a minute, y'all. We're still waiting. See if some work gets on, okay? I had supper yet, so I'm eating awesome nuts tonight, y'all. I thought I'd wait till after I did the video to eat supper because my blood sugar was a little high. I've been taking some steroids that Cindy had. I know the doctor would get on to me for doing it, but hey, I needed something to help me feel better. So, and I'm feeling better. So tonight we're going to be discussing, I'm not going to get on it right now. I'm going to wait a few minutes, see if anybody else is getting online. We're going to be talking, and if you want to go ahead and look at it, March 6th. We're going to start at maybe 45. Okay. If anybody's done, let me know. Y'all need to go get something to drink or whatever. We'll wait just a few minutes, okay? Okay, let me see. I'm trying to see if I can add some more people while we get waiting. I don't know if y'all need to, like I said, if you need to get something to drink or whatever, or some food or whatever. For just a minute. Let's give it about 5 minutes, okay? I'm trying to look so I can add people on here. But once I got started, I don't know. I'm doing it on my desktop tonight, y'all. So well, it was nice on the back porch yesterday, wasn't it? I was sitting out there doing that video, and I enjoyed that. Been outside. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really enjoying doing these videos. I feel like that's what God is wanting me to do right now, because I'm very comfortable at doing this, and I've never been comfortable and at ease with doing anything before. But this is just, I don't know, it's just what God would have me to do right now. So y'all, they're saying we might have some bad weather tomorrow, y'all. I hope not. The weather is too warm. Yeah, I just put some color in my hair a while ago. My gray was so bad, it was poking through so bad, it like my hair was part in the back, and you could see like white streaks. I thought, oh my gosh, I gotta do something to that. So I washed away my gray. Things us women go through to try to make ourselves look a little better. One of these days I'll probably just go on gray, but right now I'm not ready for it to. You know, I love that salt and pepper color that a lot of women have. I love that color. But I don't know what mine will look like. Well, like I said, I didn't get to go to church today because I'm getting over the flu, and I'm still quarantined, I guess, a little bit longer. I don't know. Callie ain't run a fever in 3 or 4 days or longer, so hey. But I want to make sure. I just didn't want to go to church and make make anyone sick there, you know. So I just stayed home today, but next Sunday, let's go. Okay, y'all. Alright, I don't see no comments. I want to be able to invite some people, but it's not giving me the options right now, y'all, and I don't know what how to go back and to fix it now without losing this video. So maybe there's some on here and we're just not seeing it yet. Because I like for everybody to be able to see, you know, that wants to. Because, at one time somebody said they couldn't get the videos and it wasn't playing right, and just different things, so I'm still working with it, trying to invite friends, okay? So just give me another second, okay? And then we'll get started into the lesson. Watch me start coughing now since I go live. That's alright. It'll be alright, won't it? Okay, y'all, I guess we can get started because I don't see no way to invite anybody else, so y'all, I got a good something good I like talking about tonight, y'all. Let me move this out of my way. I got some stuff here on this computer desk. Yeah. Y'all ready to get started? I hate to just keeping y'all on here, and the videos are only supposed to be so long, I think, so. Let's see if we can get started, okay? Alright, I said we're gonna go to Mark 6, and let's see, Mark 6, let's go to 45. 6 and 45, y'all. Okay, how about that? Mark 6 and 30, 45. 6 and 45. And we're going to be talking about Jesus walks on the water. Did y'all know that? Hello, Miss Bonnie. Did you know Jesus walked on the water? I don't know if everybody knows that or not, but he did. At one time, Jesus walked on the water. When he walked on this earth, lived on this earth, he walked on the water. Okay? Alright, I know. You know, don't you? Some of you might not have known, but some of you probably didn't, and some did. Okay. Jesus walks on the sea. That's what it says in the Bible. Jesus walks on the sea. Wow. Okay. And this is probably not going to be very long. I'm not going a whole lot to read tonight. Let's Let's start in chapter 6 and verse 45. Okay. Uh, and straightway he constrained his disciples to get into the ship and go to the other side before unto Bethsaida, while he sent away the people. He must have had a crowd there. Okay, if you go back up above that, that's after he fed 5,000 men and women and children extra. He fed all those people, so he told his disciples to get in the ship and go to the other side of Bethsaida. And he was going to get rid of the crowd. He had a big crowd there, didn't he? That's a lot of people. Wow. I bet it took a while to get rid of that many people. So, hey, y'all go home. Y'all walk home. Over 5,000 people? Wow, that's a lot. I don't know why he didn't let his disciples stay there and help, but he didn't. He sent them. He told them to go, get in the ship, and go to the other side. He told them to go to the other side before unto Bethsaida, while he sent away the people. Okay. And when he had sent them away, he departed into a mountain to pray. Wow. Imagine being with all those people all day probably, and all night, because it was getting dark. Remember when he fed them? So I don't know if this was the next day or if it's the same day. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and read the first part. But anyway, he told the disciples to get in the ship and go to the other side of Bethsaida while he sent the people away. And then, and when he had sent them away, he departed into a mountain to pray. Jesus had been there with them. And now he sent all those people away. You know how tired you are after you have one or two company at your house? And you feel like, oh, I'm so tired. But now what did Jesus do? He went up into the mountain to pray. He always went to the mountain, didn't he? When he prayed, it always talked about he goes to the mountain where he can be alone. I like to go up to the mountains and pray. I like that. I feel like you're up away from people. I like that too. Okay, and he said, and when evening was come, the ship was in the midst of the sea, and he alone on the land. Okay, now the ship's in the middle of the sea with the disciples, right? And Jesus is now alone on the land. And he saw them toiling and rolling, for the wind was contrary unto them. He could still see them out in the sea. It was evening. What is evening then? Was it like maybe 3 to 9 maybe? From 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. somewhere in that area. Maybe he could see them out there toiling and having a hard time rolling in the sea, because the sea was contrary. And about the fourth watch, I think that's between maybe 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. But he saw them, and it was like maybe 3 to 9, somewhere in that area, that time span. He was watching them. He could see them out there, and they was having a hard time rolling that boat. But he didn't go to them then. He waited until the fourth watch of the night. The fourth watch, he came to them. You know, sometimes when we're in those storms, we say, Lord, where are you? Where are you? I need you now. But he doesn't come. Maybe he's wanting to see how we're going to handle those storms. He wants to see how we're going to handle it without him interfering, without him. How are we going to handle those storms? He saw them having a hard time rolling, paddling, or whatever, how they did the boats back then, the ships. They had a hard time, and they was working hard, and it was hard on them, and they was probably worn out, you know, and they was thought they was gonna drown because the sea was bad. The winds was bad out there in that sea. I've been out in the sea, and it can get rough, and I don't see how they rolled it off. But anyway, it says they was let's see, and he said he saw them. He saw them in the middle of the sea. I don't know if he saw them from the mountaintop. He could see them out in the sea, and the waters, it was rough, and they was having a hard time rowing, and they was going through a hard time, wasn't they? It was hard on them, and they thought they probably was not going to make it. They probably thought they were going to drown because there's a storm come up, and the seas was bad. The winds was howling. The winds was contrary and was blowing them around. They probably thought they were going to die. And they was wore out. And they thought, well, we're not going to make it. I don't know if they thought that, but I'm saying, that's me thinking what they might have been going through. Because it says the wind was contrary unto them. Like they couldn't paddle because the wind was fighting against them. But Jesus went to them on the fourth watch. So he didn't go to them right then. He waited. You ever said, Lord, why are you waiting so long? I need you now. I need your help now. They was probably thinking that, Lord, where are you? Can't you see us out here in this sea? We're about to drown. We're fighting this boat, trying to keep it from turning over. Where are you, Lord? I can just hear that's the way people do. Lord, you're going through these trials. You're going through all this stuff. And Lord, where are you? We need you now. But you know, a lot of times he don't come. He's going to see how you're going to do. He's going to see how you're going to do in that storm, in that test you're in. You're going to make an A in it, or you're going to make an F in it. You're going to ride out your storm, and you're going to make it to the other side. He told them, he said, go to the other side. He told them to go to the other side. But he didn't say he's going to drown out there in that boat. He said, go to the other side. But I keep reading that. When I read that, I think, oh man, you know, he didn't go. I didn't see that till a while ago when I looked over it. He didn't go to them right then when he seen them having so much trouble out there. Jesus didn't go to them. They needed him then. A lot of time we need him in our lives in different times and things that's going on in our life. And a lot of times we'll probably say, Lord, where are you? I don't feel you. You ever been there? I have lots and lots and lots of times. But Lord, I don't feel you. I feel like I'm walking alone. Where did you go? What have I done? That's the first thing I say. I said, what have I done? I don't know why. As many trials and things as I've went through, I always have to say, what did I do? Where did you go, Lord? What did I do? I always say, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. It was just to see how I was going to do on my own in those storms. Because them storms can get rough. Are you going to turn your back on God and say, God, You wasn't here for me. You wasn't here when I needed you. But yes, he was. He was right here with me the whole time. Every time he's right here with me. He's helping me through every trial. But I don't know why I always say, Lord, what have I done? Where are you? I don't feel you. Where did you go? I'm walking alone here. I'm getting desperate. What I do. But he's right here with me all the time. Even if I didn't feel him, I didn't feel him. A lot of times I don't feel him. I bet the disciples didn't feel him out there either. We're out here and we're about to drown in this boat. Here it's doing the turnover. Oh, yes. I went on a cruise one time and one night, no, it was 2 nights, it started raining. And you could just hear that wind, that rain, the waves just slapping on the side of that cruise ship, that Carnival cruise ship. It was just slapping the side of that cruise ship. I couldn't look out the window long. I looked out my cabin window and I said, nope. I can't be looking out that window. Fear tried to rise up in me. I had to close the window and get away from it and forget I was even out in the middle of the ocean. But I can imagine what they were going through. But at the 4th watch, and you think, Lord, where are you? The 4th watch, here he comes. It says, at the 4th watch of the night, he cometh unto them. He didn't come in another ship. He seen them out there having trouble earlier that evening. He didn't get another ship and go to them in another ship now. He waited and he came walking upon the sea. If I'd looked out of a cruise ship and seen a man walking on the water, I'd have probably passed out. Oh, who's that? Had to be God. Had to be God. Nobody else could have done that, could they? But he came walking upon the sea and would have passed by them. And he came walking upon the sea and would have passed by them. The rain, the winds and stuff was so bad, he couldn't even see the ship anymore, undoubtedly, because it says he would have passed them by. But chapter 49 says, but when they saw him, when the disciples saw Jesus walking upon the sea, he would have passed them by. But the disciples saw Jesus walking on the water. He saw them, but Jesus would have passed them by. But what did they have to do? It says they supposed it had been a spirit. And when they saw him walking upon the sea, they supposed it had been a spirit, and cried out. They cried out. Cried out. For they all saw him and were troubled, and immediately he talked with them and said unto them, be of good cheer. He had to holler, be of good cheer, it is I. Because, when it's raining and storming, you can't hardly hear. You couldn't hear nothing out in the boat, So he said, but when he saw them, but when they saw him walking upon the sea, they supposed it had been a spirit and cried out. The disciples cried out to Jesus, and when they all saw, they thought he was a spirit. But when they all saw him, they were troubled, and immediately he talked with them and said unto them, be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And he went up unto them into the ship. He went up unto them into the ship, and the wind ceased, and they were sore amazed in themselves beyond measure and wonder. For they considered not the miracle of the loaves, for their hearts was hardened. How was their heart hardened? Hmm. You know, but what I'm getting out of this right here for tonight is, you know, when you're in a storm, you're in one of life's storms, and it feels like a storm when you're going through something. It feels stormy, don't it? Oh, it feels stormy. Maybe that's why it says in the Bible, don't look to the right or to the left, but look straight ahead and keep your eyes on Jesus in those storms. You know, he didn't come to right then, and he won't come to you usually right then. When you think when you first go into a storm, Jesus usually don't show up right then. He does show up, but not right then. He's going to see how you're going to do. What kind of faith that you have. What kind of faith do you have in those storms? Do we get weak in those storms? Yeah. We feel weak. And sometimes we feel like we have to cry out. I've been to those places, and I have went through these trials, and I didn't feel the Lord, and after a while, even like I was in the desert or something all alone, and but after you get in those storms, a lot of times after you're in them a while, you like, I can take so much, but then after so long, you start getting weak and you're tired, and you call out to Jesus. You call out to him. See, they called out. They cried out. When you cry out to the Lord, He show up. When He sees you can't take it no more, you cry out to Him. Jesus will show up. He'll do it every time. But each time you go through that something, you're just growing. You're growing. Your faith is growing. And in those times can be hard at times, and you wonder, say, Lord, where did you go? Where are you? And you even think sometimes maybe God don't love you no more, or you've done something because you can't feel His presence anymore. Like, you're not feeling Him with you. But that is when you got to walk that road sometimes by yourself to see how you're going to come out. Are you going to hang on and keep loving the Lord after all you've been through? Are you going to give up and say, I don't need you, God. I don't need you. I don't want you in my life. A lot of people fail if they give in. They turn their back on God when that trials comes. The tempter will come and tempt them. And a lot of times it's when you're down and out and you're going through those trials like that, and you feel alone and you're in those storms. A lot of times that's when the tempter will come at you and try to tempt you. And but you can't tell. You don't know what's in you until you're going through these tests, these trials to see. You don't know what's in you, what you're made of, how strong you are till you go through a test. But if you hang on, at that fourth watch, Jesus will show up. He'll show up and you'll just feel like you're on eagle's wings and you can just soar away. Oh, wow. God is so good. I love him. But that's what I want to talk to you tonight about is that. He didn't come to his disciples when they was in trouble, did he? He waited to see how they was going to handle it, how they were going to do. And it says, for they considered not. Let's see, go back here. And he went up unto them into the ship, and the wind ceased, and they were sore amazed in themselves. They were amazed in themselves, beyond measured, and wondered, for they considered not the miracle of the loaves. They wasn't thinking about the miracle of the loaves, the miracle that Jesus had just done, for their heart was hardened. That's his disciples. Don't let your heart get hardened just because you go through stuff. Don't let your heart get hardened. We should love Jesus. And it's hard. I know it is when you go through things. Bad things can happen. But you keep loving him through it. Keep loving him and hanging on to him with everything you got, like Job did. His wife said, won't you curse God and die after he lost 10 kids? I always wondered, why didn't the devil take his wife? He didn't, because he wanted to use her, didn't he, to torment Job, because she said, why don't you curse God and die? But she's the one that should have been taken away, wouldn't it? But no, he left her there to torture Job with, didn't he? But Job didn't give in. He didn't give in. He loved God. He loved God, and it didn't matter. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. That'd be a hard thing to say, ain't it? But he lost 10 kids. God restored unto Job more than what he had. But I just like to say, thank y'all for listening, and I pray I did say something that will help you when you really get in that stormy seas. When you're in that storm, the seas, when you get caught up in that storm, you never know when the storms are coming either. Never know. You never know. But you can bet if you was a better, but we don't bet. But every time when you're in those storms, the enemy's going to come at you. That's when he's going to attack you. And but you don't give in. You don't give up. We hang on, because God, we love God, and God, He's everything, you know. You can lose the whole world, but keep God, keep Jesus. You know, we need Him, and like I said, those storms is coming. They will come, and they're gonna keep coming. But you know, we just got to hang on. I think I said that yesterday. Hang on. I must be something somebody's needing to hear. Just hang on. Hang on. Whatever it is we're going through, whatever storms we're in, hang on to Jesus. He's your best friend. He's always been there. And He'll always be there for you, but He might not be there when your storm is raging. It might be that fourth watch, but He's coming to you, even if He has to walk on that water. If He has to walk on the water to get to you, just one person He'll do. He'll walk on that water if He has to. He'll make a miracle happen just to get to you if He has to. He loves you. And in those storms, He's going to come to you at the fourth watch. Kind of watch when you're going through something, a storm comes up. Just start trying to pay attention, and I need to do that too, and see, okay, I'm going to see how long it takes Jesus to get here. He didn't come between 3 and 9 p.m., the evening time. He came at the fourth watch, 3 to 6. That's when He showed up for His disciples. Even though He knew they was in a bad storm, He didn't come to help, did He? He wanted to see how they was going to handle it. How did you handle your storm you went through? How have we handled our storms? Sometimes not too good. I haven't. Because I always say, God, where are you? You know, like, I need you now. I feel like I'm alone, like for a month or two. I've been through some valleys before, and it feels like it's been 2 months long. And I was like, whoo, walking through those valleys alone, that's what I felt like. Hey, but I made it. Praise God, I made it. And like I said, Jesus will always show up for you. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Amen. Yes. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Whew, yes. I love Him tonight. Do y'all? Do you still love Him after the storms that you went through? Baby? You love Him more, don't you? Because He was there for you. He was holding your hands when you didn't even know it. Probably carrying you when you didn't even know it. I keep thinking about that day I went to the hospital and Cindy said, Mom, I've seen Jesus standing behind you with His arms around you as you was walking into the hospital. I didn't know it. She saw Him. God let her see Him. To comfort her, I guess. But He was with me. In those storms, we feel like we're alone, but look, we're not. He's got His arms around you. So come on, you can make it. Come on, just a little bit further, you can make it. Come on, you can do it. Get up, shake yourself. Get up and shake yourself. You can make it. Come on, we just got a little bit further to go. Come on, don't give up. Don't give up, don't give in. Keep on pressing on home. That's what we have to do, pressing to get home. It's going to be a pressing way, y'all. Press. But the Lord's going to be with us to help us. Oh, hallelujah. He's so good. I love Him, don't y'all? I know you do. After all the storms that we've been through, we love Him more, don't we? We do. He's precious. And if anybody's out there watching this video or going to watch it, if you're in a storm and you feel like you're alone, you're not. If you're a Christian, you're not alone. Jesus is carrying you. Like those footsteps in the sand. You see people walking, only one set of footsteps, because Jesus will carry you. Yes. God is great. He's awesome. But I don't know, this is kind of similar to what we talked about last night in a different manner. Maybe God is concerned about somebody. I don't know what's going on. I didn't realize it was going to go this route when I got this and started reading it, and then it just comes to me. He's not going to come to you in your storm when you need Him right then. He's going to wait and see how you're going to handle it. So don't give in. Hang on, dear people. Hang on. God loves you. We love you. We love you so much. The Lord loves you. So, alright. Well, I guess I better end this video. I always forget to look and see what time it is to start. Because I think it can only run so long. But I love y'all, and I thank y'all for being here and listening. And Miss Kathy and Miss Bunny, I thank y'all for being here and listening. And I pray God's word don't go out void. And what I've read, it won't go out void. It will accomplish what God sends it to do. So the word. Oh, the word. Here comes walking to you on that fourth watch. The fourth watch. Yes. He's coming. If he ain't got to you in your storms yet, he's coming. Give him a little bit longer, because if he ain't there and you're in a storm, give him just a little bit longer, because God is seeing how you're going to handle that storm. How are you going to come through that storm? You're going to make it. You're going to make it. I'm going to make it. We're all going to make it. Yes, God is an on-time God. Yes, He is. I can just hear you saying that, Bunny. He's an on-time God. I know, Kathy. I wish God would sometimes just tell us what His plans are. What His plan is for our lives, so we can prepare for it. We know what to do, but He doesn't. He knows, but we don't know. It'd be great if He'd let us know, I think. But then again, it might not be great after all. I don't know. But I think it would be if we know what's going on. Yes. Do y'all have anything else to say? Thank y'all. I thank y'all for watching. And yes, we have to remember, Jesus always knows what He is doing. He's going to do, even when we don't. That's good. Yes. I would too. That's probably why He won't tell us what He's going to do, because we would try to fix it, wouldn't we? We'd jump in there and want to fix it for God. Say, God, let's do it this way. That won't work the way you're going to do it. Let me do it this way. God has a plan, and His plans always comes out the right way. He's an on-time God. Yes, He is. May not be there when you want Him. I don't know how that song goes, but He's always on time. Yes, He is. Yes. Let's just, I've enjoyed this, y'all. But see, like I said, I've read this before, a lot of times, but just like, oh, wow. For tonight, though, that's what I felt God was trying to put in my heart to say is, those storms gets rough, and they were out there by themselves, and you can be by yourself, and those storms is coming, but always remember, Jesus is on His way. He is on His way. Doesn't matter what you're going through, Jesus is going to come, but He's going to come at His own time. Not when we need Him. When we think we need Him. God's time he looks at things different than I think than we do, because we think, like, they probably thought, oh, we fixing to drown, we fixing to turn over. But see, God knowed they was. Jesus did, and he didn't go to them. He knowed when to go to them. He waited to the fourth watch to go to them. He's going to see how they did. So, I love y'all, and I thank y'all for watching tonight. Like I said, I usually don't get on Sunday nights, but since I couldn't go to church this Sunday, I wanted to be a blessing. I wanted to help somebody. If I can, just read a little of the words to somebody and help them, That's what we should be doing, is helping people. So, I say I love y'all, and I thank y'all for watching tonight. And, I will try to see y'all sometime tomorrow, but I'm not sure what time. It's supposed to be stormy tomorrow. So, it might be sometime before lunch I'll get back on here. I'm not sure yet, but until then, I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a great night. And thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. Bye-bye.